Welcome to another week with the Waltons. I'm Mr. Walton.
And I'm Mrs. Walton. And today we're going to be answering some questions that we actually got from you guys about my pregnancy on Instagram. If you're not following our Instagram, it is Walton's Week. So definitely go follow that. And let's just get into these questions. The first question is, what has been your unusual cravings, if any? So I haven't really been having cravings like that. If anything, I know I used to really want cheese a lot, but I don't really think it's cravings. I just think I just really like salt. What was it like being pregnant in Paris? I mean, I was tired a lot in Paris, and I was very picky with eating, so I didn't really eat a lot because I just didn't have an appetite. So I wish I could have tried more of the food, but I did not because I was not really feeling well. How'd you deal with catching corona and being pregnant at the same time? For me, my biggest thing was that I really had a fever. Everything else, although it was bad while I was sick, for me the scariest thing was just getting the fever, and I was just trying to get over that. So I was more concerned with like how a fever would affect the baby or whatever. So but my doctor was just like, take something for the fever. And I did that, and I was able to keep my fever down. And once that happened, like I wasn't as like panicked.
It was the regular Tylenol they said, would be best at a time like that.
So I said preference of baby gender. We already know what it is. We're having our gender reveal in 2 weeks, so we're not going to say anything about that. But we just kind of just want a healthy baby. But like I said, we already know what we're having, so you guys will know soon.
Healthy baby.
Somebody said, was your pregnancy planned? Yes, it was planned. People have been wanting us to have babies since we've been married, which has been years now. That was always the goal for us, to have a baby in 2020. So we were absolutely planning it. At first, we were like really planning it, like down to the date, time, and everything. And it was becoming a little like
just overwhelming trying to make that deadline.
Yeah, so then we kind of just stopped like being so like, oh my god, so on this day, whatever the case is, and just like whatever happens, and kind of just left it in like God's hands. And then when we actually least expected it, that's when I ended up actually becoming pregnant. So it's kind of a surprise, but it really wasn't a surprise. But we were planning to get pregnant, but because we weren't like, oh my god, so I'm supposed to get my period today. If I don't get my period today, let's take a test. Because we weren't like going like that anymore. When I actually did take the test, I was like, oh snap. So the next question is, when am I due? So we're due in October. How did we find out that we were pregnant? So we had a lot of pregnancy tests like in the house already, because like I said, we were planning. I think it was like, I stopped like tracking. I just was just like, whatever happens, happens. So I was at work and I kept getting cramps. Like I was like on my period, but I wasn't. So then I just was home one day, and I was honestly just joking with Joseph. I was like, yeah, let me just grab a test. Like usually me and him go to the bathroom together. Like we literally sit there, pee together. Not pee together, but like be in the bathroom, like staring at the stick and stuff like that. But this time I was just like, don't worry about coming in, because I really didn't think I was this time. And especially because we've tried for a while and they were all negative. So I was like, this one's not going to be it. Because there was other times I swore I was pregnant. You couldn't tell me nothing. And we took the test and it was negative. So this time I was kind of like, so I just went to the bathroom, and honestly, I didn't think anything of it. But then when I saw the 2 lines or whatever it was on the test, I had called him. He was literally outside the door. He was in the other room. And I called him, and he thought I was lying, because this was the one time he actually didn't come with me to the bathroom. Every other time he comes with me to the bathroom, the one time he doesn't come with me to the bathroom is positive. So he thought I was trying to be funny, but
Thought she was playing a joke, until like I stepped into the bathroom and I was like, oh, word.
What was your family's reaction? So everybody was like super happy. Everybody knew that, like I said, everybody knew that we were trying to have a baby in 2020. So it was just a matter of like when. Like I said, there were some people who were like, wanted us to be pregnant years ago, months ago.
Yeah, my family was excited. They were just like, oh, what is it? But then at that point, I had to stop the conversation because I'm like, oh, I can't go any further because if I do, I spoiled the surprise, which is, you know, the gender. But everyone was excited.
When did you guys find out you were pregnant? So we found out at about 6 weeks. So we knew pretty early on. What was your reactions when you found out you were pregnant? So for me, I was kind of confused, but once I realized like it was like actually like real, like I didn't want to get my hopes up and then it'd be like a false positive or something. I don't even know if those are possible. When we found that it was like accurate, like it was true, like we were just mad excited. It was kind of hard though to keep it a secret because we didn't really want to tell people. But especially because we were so excited, we wanted to like tell everybody. How does pregnancy feel? So for me, I am tired a lot. In the beginning, like I said, it's weird because people be like, yo, when you're pregnant, you don't gotta get your period, blah blah blah. But it feels like a long period without the, you know, the stuff coming out. So I don't know. That's the best way I could describe it. Like imagine having your period for like a couple months, but then that goes away. Like right now where I'm at, I don't have like the cramps and stuff like that. Or I used to get sick from food, like anything I ate. I was just like, oh, I don't want it. I never actually threw up, but I did have like the morning sickness, the feeling of nausea. Like I didn't want to, like I couldn't eat a lot of food. Well, I was eating a lot of food, but it was like I was eating the same food over and over again. So there was only a few things that I could like tolerate eating. How has the pandemic affected you? So for me, this is gonna sound weird, but I'm happy that it's forcing me to stay home because like I said, I'm like extremely tired all the time. So I honestly can't imagine being this tired and like still having to go to work and sorry. Told you I'm tired. So I can't imagine going to work every single day and then having to teach dance for hours, having to travel to work. Like right now, like as tired as I feel, like I just like don't have the energy to do much. So the fact that like, I'm actually able to like stay home and get things done is really good for me. I'm able to stay home and like get the nursery done, plan the gender reveal, plan the baby shower, like just do things for the house and stuff like that, and just prepare the entire house just for a newborn baby to come in. So the one downfall that I will say though is like when we go to the doctor, he's not allowed in, so I have to like do my visits alone. And also I'm always hungry, and it's kind of we don't really have the luxury of, you know, running to the store, running to the grocery store to grab something to eat, like if we don't have something already in the house. I actually wasn't getting enough exercise in the beginning, so I was actually gaining weight very rapidly. Like when I first started being pregnant, I think they say you're supposed to like gain a pound a week. I was gaining like 2-3 pounds a week, and it was honestly just because I was eating and not exercising. I was eating and sleeping, like that was all I was doing. So my doctor like gave me some like told me to do some like yoga. So I started doing yoga, and then I was teaching virtual dance, so I was actually able to, you know, get up and exercise a little bit. So now I'm good with my 1 pound a week. I've honestly like been using this time to just relax, rest, and prepare for motherhood. That's all the questions that I have, and just keep on watching every weekend so you guys can come along with us to this parenthood journey. So I'll see you guys next week. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you for another week with the Waltons.